Voilà.
Okay guys, let's now talk about inverse hyperbolic functions. Okay, let's start with a quick introduction here. If you have y is equal to cosh minus 1 arc cosh of x, then cosh of y will be equal to x. And similarly with sinh, then sinh of y is going to be equal to x. This is just an introduction. You have to know these rules, okay? And this, it is also applicable for trigonometric functions, okay? Don't forget this. So just an introduction, and you need to know these things, okay? It's going to help you while you're calculating the angles, you see. Because sometimes you can find that you are given, let's say 10 of f of x, okay, is equal to 2. And they want you to find the f of x. It's going to be equal to what? To arctan of minus 1, arctan of 2, sorry, okay? See, so it's like, let's say you are given sinh of x is equal to negative 1, okay? So x will be equal to what? Arc sinh of minus 1. So don't forget this, guys. Okay guys, you can come across this, okay, something like this, arc sine of sine x, okay. Don't do too many calculations here. When you see something like this, it's already x, it's already the function, okay, already the function. Or we can just generalize it, okay, f of x, automatically it will give you f of x. And they can also write it like this, sine of sine minus 1 of f of x. Don't go elsewhere, just take this as your answer, okay? Because it can happen that they give you this function like this and they ask you to derive, and you're going to go there and say you derive f of x over square root of whatever, okay? Instead of doing that, you take only this, you put it there, and you derive only the function. Okay guys, don't forget this. And this is also applicable for cos, okay? When you have cos minus 1 of cos of f of x, still going to give you the function. Okay guys, don't forget this. Okay guys, let's now talk about the differentiation of inverse hyperbolic function. We have, when you have arc sinh of f of x, they want you to derive this, okay? Remember, with arc sin of f of x, we're taking f prime f of x over, and we used to say that it was 1 minus f squared of x, okay? But in this case here, it's not going to be minus, it's going to be 1 plus f of x squared for sinh, okay? Now for arc cosh of f of x, okay, you derive this. It's going to give you, here there's no minus in front, you go straight to the derivation of f of x over, now here you start with f of x squared, then minus what? Minus 1. So this is the formula. We'll find it in the formula sheet, okay? Guys, apart from arc sinh and arc cosh, we also have arc tan, okay? F of x. You derive f of x over 1. Here in hyperbolic functions, it's going to be negative, but in trigonometric functions, it was plus, but here it's negative. F of x squared. Now here, for arc cot of f of x is going to be, you derive f of x over f of x squared and minus 1. Okay guys. Okay guys, so let's take an example here. This one you can find it in your tutorials, okay? When this is what cos h minus 1 of sec x cubic, okay? Guys, this one here you cannot find it on your formula sheets. But the formulas that we used in an inverse trigonometric function, we can also use it here, okay? So this is the inverse of what? Of sinh, okay? So it's going to give you sinh minus 1 of what? And we inverse the function, which is going to give 1 over sec of x cubic, okay? So as you can see here, this also is the what? This one is going to give us what? Cos of x cubic, because cos is the inverse of what? Of sec. So we can also write this as cos of x cubic. So this is what you are going to what? To differentiate. You apply the formula that we gave you for the derivative of sinh, of arc sinh. You take cos x cubic, you take this function, you derive it, okay, over square root of what? Of this function squared, okay, minus 1. And you calculate this. This is going to give you derive the function, it's going to give you 3x squared, and you change cos to sinh of the function over cos squared x cubic minus 1. So guys, if you see this, then easy, okay? Do you still remember cos squared of x minus sinh squared of x gives you 1. But you see here we have cos squared minus 1 already. We can take this one this side and the sinh goes the other side. So it's going to give you cos squared of x, the 1 comes here, minus 1, then sinh goes there, it's going to be positive sinh. So you can see that this here is the same thing as this one there. So all of this here is going to give you sinh squared, okay? So now we take back again the 3x squared sinh x cubic over, and this going to give you sinh squared of what? X cubic. The angle remain the same, okay? Then 3x squared sinh x cubic, and this we can take it out of the square root. It's going to give sinh of x cubic. Then you can see that your answer will be, you cancel this and you cancel that, remain with what? 3x squared, and this is your final answer. Okay guys, another example from your tutorials, okay? So this is sec minus 1 of what? 3 over x squared. We still use the same thing as we did for cos, and we refer to what? To the inverse trigonometric function. So this is the inverse of what? Of cos. So you're going to change this to what? To cos minus 1. Remember, these formulas are not on your formula sheet, and you inverse the function here. It's going to give you x squared over what? Over 3. And then when you have to find dy over dx of that arc cos of x squared over 3, what did we say? We derive first the function, and then over square roots, you take the function, you take the function squared over what? Over the 3, and this has to be squared, okay, minus 1. So what is this? This is going to give you 2 over 3x when we derive this, over this is going to give you x to the power 4 over 3 to the power 2 is 9 over 9 minus 1, okay? Then carry on. This is 3. 2 over 3 x over, okay, square root. We take the common denominator here is 9, okay, here is still x to the power 4 and 9 multiply 1, negative 9 there, okay. So what do we have here? We still have 2 over 3 x over square root of x to the power 4 minus 9, and the 9 goes out the square root, is going to give 3, okay. You simplify, and here you remain with 2x over square root of x to the power 4 minus 9, and this is your final answer. Okay guys, let's take another example, okay. 1.4 with from your tutorials, okay. So as you can see here, it's lean, okay. Remember in the first video I showed you this, the derivative of ln of f of x. You know, it was useful. You know, Math 2 is about differentiation. So all the formulas that you use in Math 1, they remain the same. They're useful here, okay. So this was given as you derive f of x and over f of x again, okay. So you're going to apply this here. You see, it was important to show you this while you were recalling some formulas, okay. So now, as you know already, the formulas of ln, okay. So now this is going to give you dy over the x is going to be equal to what? You derive the function, okay, 2 to the power 3x, okay. This has to be derived over cosec, sorry, of 2 to the power 3x, okay. So guys, we here, okay. Remember this 2 to the power 3x, we've explained this in our first video, okay. It was what? A to the power f of x. When they ask you to derive this, it's going to give you derive first f of x, then you multiply by a to the power f of x, then multiply by ln of a. So you're going to apply this formula while we want to calculate this, we want to derive this, okay. So let me just erase this for a space. So we are deriving this, okay. Okay, so now don't forget this, the cosec has to be derived as well. So remember on your formula sheet, we said the differentiation of cosec is going to give us negative, okay, cos, okay, of the function. The function is 2 to the power 3x, okay, multiply by what? Multiply by cosec again there, okay, of 2 to the power 3x, okay, then over cosec of 2 to the power 3x, okay guys. Then as you can see here, we still have to derive this, okay, but we can simplify this cosec and the other cosec, okay. So now here, what is remaining here? When we derive this, we take the 3x down, we derive the 3x, which is going to give us 3, okay. Then we multiply by 2 to the power 3x, then multiply by what? By ln of what? Of 2. Then we have a minus here, we can put it in front here, okay. Times cot of what? Of 2 to the power 3x, okay. Okay guys, it was your tutor Alex. I hope you enjoyed the video, okay. So as you can see, we covered the tutorial 1, but if you have any challenge, I'm there in the group. You can hit me up, I will be there, I will answer all the questions. But I will also try to provide a memo for all the questions on tutorial 1, okay guys. I will provide the memo of the tutorial 1, okay, which you can download on the website. And once it's available, I will notice you guys, okay. Don't worry, all the exercises, I'm going to provide a memo for it. But please guys, do work on yourself. You know, maths is not only about tutoring, it's also about working on yourself. If you are not good as I am, just do all the exercises that are on your tutorials, okay.